What attracted me to AddedSport was basically the idea of student athletes using this pathway to go to the US. Because being an athlete myself, I thought it's a great opportunity that I definitely wanted to be a part of. And another thing that attracted me the most was that how niche this thing is that AddedSport's doing. Not everybody out there is using this pathway to leverage the sport to get into colleges in the US. And when I saw AddedSport's doing something like that, I definitely wanted to be a part of something so unique. So that definitely attracted me to AddedSport. Something that I found really valuable was that it's also changed my thinking and my personality. When I started with AddedSport, I was a different kind of a person, and where I am now is also because the kind of experiences I've had, the kind of conversations I've had with parents, or it may be prospects or parents or future student athletes. So definitely it's changed me as a person as well. I think I've matured from when I started and where I am now. So for me, on a personal level, that is something that I value the most. Something that I really enjoy working at AddedSport is the kind of different things that I get to do here. And it's not about just doing counseling or just talking to parents. I definitely enjoy that a lot. That's something that is my happy space. But other than that, when I'm doing several other things, it enhances my experiences and it enhances the kind of conversations I have with people. So I think that is something that I enjoy the most. What is a special superpower that I get to AddedSport is my experience that I've had as an athlete, as a student, balancing both my academics and my sport. That definitely, I feel, when I share that experience with my clients or with parents, they really appreciate that, and they find it very authentic, and they find it something that they find useful for their kids, and something that they can also kind of think about, and they also adapt to those things better when they understand that it's coming genuinely from me, and I've experienced those things in the past. So yeah, I think that's a superpower that I bring to AddedSport. My personal journey at AddedSport's been very interesting, to say the least. I started about like 2.5 years ago, and at that time, AddedSport was still growing. So there were a lot of changes that were happening within the company, and I think it worked out really well for me. In an overall experience and perspective, it worked out really well because I got to learn a lot of it on the job. I experienced those admissions, I experienced talking to parents, and I got to learn a lot while I was working, rather than something that even though I did not have that experience of going to the US, I did not take up this pathway when I was an athlete. I did explore it, but I never went ahead with the student athlete pathway. So I chose to kind of, when I was doing something similar in my work, I learned a lot of new things, and thankfully I learned them pretty fast and quickly. So it's been a lot of, I would say it's been a roller coaster ride, but it's worked out good for me in the end, and worked out really well for me in the end.